Hey, I'm Isaac, and I'm making mini devlogs about Minicology, a sandbox game about tiny planets where you build bases, terraform new biomes, and fight monsters. I've had kind of an exhausting few weeks getting my demo ready for Steam Next Fest. By the way, it's live now, go check it out, link below. And I figured I'd run through some of the cool new features that I put together. Yeah, and what I'm excited about. Yeah, let's go, let's run through them. Okay, so, one of the long-standing gimmicks, features, mechanics, core things about Minicology has been ecosystem management, right? That's the pun in the name Minicology. It's mini ecologies. And yeah, so I struggled a lot with this actually because it's really hard to build a game where ecosystem mechanics are fun. And so I've tried all sorts of things, from making players micromanage biomes to giving them infographics to letting them be more hands-off. And it's been hard to find something that's really clicked because, again, it's really hard to make, conservation fun. It's really hard to make management fun in a game that's not specifically a management game, right? It's more of a sandbox game than anything. So I think I finally figured it out. I think I finally managed to tie in the sandbox mechanics with the management simulation mechanics and make it really fun. So for the demo, I wanted players to have to interact with all the main mechanics, right? And so the way I've done this is I've gated getting off the planet behind a couple of these prize chests, where you have to do things like craft generators and fight a robot, and last, manage ecosystems. We refer to these things in game design as skill checks because they check your skill. Yeah, that's right, you're smart, you got that right away. So I'm really happy actually with the biomanagement skill check, because what basically it does is it has players gather certain seeds and blocks and place them near these biome chests to unlock them, right? And so you have one on your early planet that's just a couple of seeds that you have to gather, but then as you get further and further into the miniverse, you'll find harder and harder biome chests that require you to do things like gather hard to find seeds or even manufacture blocks, right? So this is where the sandbox mechanics comes in. You can do things like use a frost gun to create ice blocks, or a heat gun to melt rocks into lava. Right? So now we're we're leaning into the sci-fi, and we've got it's science. It's quote unquote science. And it's really fun actually to go through and use these new items to terraform. I'm really happy with it. And in the future, I'm gonna deepen these mechanics so that different plants also have unique growth requirements, and I put in these little hex tiles that float above the plants to sort of show off, what they need, right? So it'll show off whether it needs water or different temperatures. It's nice and intuitive, I really hope it's intuitive. And so all of these different plants are going to have unique growth requirements, and they're going to require you to terraform around them to grow them and unlock these chests and get cool loot. So, right, things like mangroves will require water, and pines will require cold, and so you can craft an air conditioner to get them done. And then I've played around with the idea of taking inspiration from trees like the eucalyptus, which, in real life, they require forest fires before they can even sprout. So maybe I'll require, a fire to come through the area before you can do that, and the player can, sort of have to figure out how to start a fire in the area, and there are lots of tools for creating fire in Minicology, so it shouldn't actually be too hard, but it'll be fun, to actually take into account all of the information you've learned, all of the quote-unquote science. So in the long term, right, we have some fun loot planned for these chests, because that's the other thing that's really important, is that if you're gonna have a chest that's really difficult to unlock like this, it has to be exciting loot. And I think the main reward will be rewarding the player with Biome Crystals, which is, one of Minicology's other gimmicks. And the Biome Crystals let players construct biomes on their home planet. So, you collect a desert biome crystal, and you can place it on your planet and terraform a desert biome on your home planet, and then that'll generate the sandstorm event, which gives you, these really valuable items, desert opals. And that'll sort of let the player upgrade their own planet, which sounds really cool, right? You upgrade your character and then you're also upgrading your planet. And so I think that'll be a really satisfying loot. I'm excited to see where it goes, and I'm really excited to see some people sort of interacting with this. I've had some good feedback on the demo, which, again, live now. You can play it, link in bio, all through Steam Next Fest. That's through June 20th. Yeah, check it out. Peace.